Shalom. Before I get started, I want to start by saying, Call Halayim, by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders of Great Millstone in the time of this truth, and that rule well. And peace and blessing to the brothers out there, the brothers and sisters out there that believing on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and laboring in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakwadash. To you I say Shalom. This the brother Amaran from the GMS Charlotte camp, back with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakwadash. And this lesson I'm pretty much entitled, The Wicked Can't Get It. Alright, because as you know, man, the Lord has allotted for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, to be destroyed, man, because you simply will not hearken and repent to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Alright? Because the Lord has put his word out there for all of Israel, really all of the world to hear. But this word is only for Israel, man. Alright, and Israel refuses to hearken unto the word, man. So when the judgment is sent out, there's not going to be any excuse that Israel could use, because the Lord has made known his words, man. All right. And I wanted to just touch on this real quick, because you got a lot of our people out here that just can't get it, man. You know, they no matter how plainly you make it to them, no matter how you show it, how you present the word to them, man. All right, the Lord has blinded 2/3 of our own people, man, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Okay. This word is only for the elect, and that's the end of the day. That's all that we're preaching for, man, is the elect. So, without further ado, I'm gonna begin here in the book of Romans 11:7, and it reads, "What then? Israel have not obtained which he seeketh for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded." Right? Because all Israel as a whole, is seeking for the truth, because it's in our spirit to worship a higher power, man. All right. We're spiritually connected with the Most High, whether we know it or not, man. Okay, so the election, talking about the 144,000, the 1/3, man. All right, we have obtained the truth, man. All right, we have the name. All right, we have 100%, understanding, knowledge and understanding. We understand why the Lord is doing what he's doing, man. All right, but it says but the rest were blinded, man. Okay. It says, according as it is written, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. Right, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai doesn't want all of Israel to get it. Because if all Israel were to get it, that would make null and void Zechariah 13, verses 8 and 9, which tells you that 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed, but 1/3 is going to be saved out of it, man. And as we know, once the Lord sends out his word, it does not come back unto him void, man. So for him not to be made a liar, man, these things must stand. And 2/3 of our people, they can't get it, man. The Lord has blinded them, man. Okay, he has angels, spiritually blinding our people so that they cannot receive this word, man. All right, because you'll have them where they hear it, but it doesn't receive them, though, man. All right, they don't understand why, everything is what it is, man. Okay, they can't understand why the word, can't resonate with them, man. All right, because all our people have a Bible in their possession, man. You got our people that read the scriptures, but they don't understand why the scriptures say what they say, man. Because the understanding was not given unto them, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, he's not separating with 2/3, man. Okay, ultimately that's a curse unto him, going back to when King David laid that curse upon our people, man. All right, and continuing on, it says, "And David saith, let their table be in a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back, and bow down their back always." Right, because the Lord have different stumbling blocks for this truth, to where, like I said, you might have a Jake that hear the word, and he'll believe, but then there's something about the doctrine that they don't agree with. What you have, for example, you got majority of Israel, why they hate GMS, because of the so-called rape doctrine, man. All right, you got the how the scriptures break down, when a woman is past the flower of her age, man. All right, you got that's a stumbling block, man. You got people arguing is the world flat, man. All right, you got people arguing about the mark of the beast, about how Esau the devil, and can Esau be saved, and all these different things, man. Those are stumbling blocks that the Lord has allowed 2/3 to get caught up in, man. Okay, but the elect, Hey, we have 100% truth, man. So those things, it didn't trap us up or trip us up, man, because we understood through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what the scriptures mean when they talk about these things, man. Okay, so we don't get caught up in none of that. But as for the word, man, all right, our people all hear it, but as far as them grasping it and understanding it and going by and repenting, they're not going to do it, man, because it's not meant for them to. Okay, and I'm gonna jump to this precept in Matthew chapter 13, verse 28, going to the parable of the sower. It reads, "Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and casteth away which was sown in his heart." Right, because you'll have brothers, like say, for example, we have a brother at camp, that we're breaking the scripture down to, and it seems like he's receiving it. You'll have, some type of thing happen where you have a person come up with some nonsense, or his woman, she wants to keep walking, or whatever the case may be. It was something that'll come and it'll pull him away from getting the word, man. Okay, which shows you that it wasn't meant for him. All right, it says, "This is he which received seed by the wayside, but when he had received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it." All right, because you have some that hear this word, it'll resonate with them. They'll, oh, well, I believe, I'm with it, and then continuing on, it says, "Yet have he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also received seed among the thorns, is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, the deceitfulness of riches choke the word and becometh unfruitful." All right, and that's talking about the people, like I said, that hear this word, it'll resonate with them, but it's something that they can't let go of the world, man. Okay, you'll have something, like I said, when they'll get persecuted for the word, and they'll put the scriptures down because they can't handle that persecution, man. All right, they can't handle when Sophia, which is Greek for wisdom, when Sophia, puts them through trials, man. They can't handle it, man. All right, so they end up putting the truth down and going back into the world, and we have all plethora of examples through different men that came and went within the truth, man. Okay, so all brothers have seen that, man, and all brothers, we pray that spirit never comes upon us, man. All right, but it says, "But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth, which is also bear fruit and bringeth forth such 100-fold, some 60 and some 30." Right, but it's brothers that heard the word, it resonated with them. All right, and they went and did their due diligence, man. They studied, they prayed, and allowed Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to fully open them up to the spirit, man. And they went and bear fruit, man. Okay, which is symbolic to talents, and it's also symbolic to different brothers coming into the faith, man. All right, but that all is because the word stuck with them. All right, the Lord, he called them, man. All right, and Lord willing, we be of the chosen, man. All right, because the scripture tell you that many are called, but few are chosen, man. All right, so we hope to be among the number of the chosen, man. All right, but like I said, man, when it comes to catching persecution for this word, man, our people don't want that smoke, so to say, man. All right, so when things start to get hard, that come from believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, a lot will run, man. All right, but that's to show you because Sophia was never meant for you to have, man. Because as we know, wisdom is likened unto a woman, and if you're not taking care of Sophia like you're supposed to, man, all right, she'll leave you. But like I said, wisdom is not meant for the wicked, man. That's why these heathen can't understand the scriptures, man. That's why the scriptures is not for them. All right, but this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin." Right, so when you come into this truth, you have to cast off that old man. You have to put away the world and let Sophia fully mold you and change you into the man, the Israelite, man or woman that Yahweh Shem Yahushua created you to be, man. Okay, because if you still got ties to the world, if you still got baggage or whatnot, man, you still want to be that old man. All right, Sophia is not going to dwell within you, man, because you are still subject into sin, man. You are still wanting to live in the flesh and not let the spirit guide you, man. Okay, and going into that, this is Sirach 6:20. It says, "She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will remain with, will not remain with her," right? Because when you start going through different tests, man, that the Lord push you through, He allows Sophia to take you through, man. All right, it's gonna be very unpleasant and hard for you because you don't have understanding. All right, you have wisdom. All right, but the scriptures tell you, with all thy wisdom, get understanding, and you don't have understanding if you don't understand why the different trials is coming upon you for the name of Yahweh Shemel Shah and His wisdom. Because as we know, that saying, I remember from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So as we know, this truth is making us back into the royal people that we were created to be, man. As Yahweh Shemel Shah said, that, hey, the men of Israel, man, hey, we were created to be kings and priests, man. And you women were created to be princesses and the daughters of Zion, man. All right, so we have a standard of decorum that we're supposed to abide by, man. All right, and so as you continue to grow in this truth, man, you will continuously be tested on how you apply the wisdom that you learn, showing if you understand what you're into, man. All right, and if you don't have understanding, all right, this wisdom is not going to dwell with you, man. All right, it says she will lie upon him as a mighty stone for trial, and he will cast her from him, or it be long, right? Because hey, you gonna grow tired of constantly, being in straits, man. All right, because we know this truth is the straight gate, man. All right, it's a path of difficulty to get into the kingdom. Okay, so it says, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many." As I said, man, hey, Israel have not obtained what he seeketh for, man. All right, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded, man. All right, not wisdom wasn't given to everybody. 2/3 of our people, wisdom is not given unto them, because I just read, man, that wisdom cannot dwell in a malicious soul, man. All right, a mischievous soul, somebody that's subject unto sin, man. All right, it says, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put my feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chains. Bow down thy shoulder, and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come into her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast gotten hold of her, let her not go." Right, because as we know, man, scriptures describe wisdom as being more precious than rubies, man. All right, this wisdom is the most precious gift that the Lord can give you amongst anything in this world, man. All right, so when you obtain this wisdom, all right, you're supposed to cherish it, and do right by Yahweh Shemel Shah. All right, because this is a gift that not many can obtain, man. All right, we have the greatest gift upon the whole world, man, because the Lord bestowed upon us again his holy name, man. All right, he gave us the power of prayer. He gave us everything that we need to combat this wicked evil world, man. All right, and so wisdom is the main thing. So when you obtain wisdom, you have to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man, and let wisdom guide you through this walk, man. All right, because the Sophia is like a spiritual GPS, man. All right, guiding you, through different trials, and when you arrive at them trials, man, you're supposed to, allow Sophia to get you through them, man. All right, what scriptures come to mind when certain events happen to you, man? All right, you apply it and you learn from it, man. All right, that's why it says how's it go? Pretty much, being not ashamed when you are brought to a lower state, man. Roughly paraphrasing. I know I butchered that, but just thinking about that, man. You're supposed to be glad when Sophia tries you, man. Because now this is pretty much a way for you to actually see if you are applying what you learned, man. All right. So Sophia is going to be a battle to you. All right. So you use what you have learned. Okay. It says, For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned into thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. Right? Because as we know, man, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and through his knowledge, wisdom, understanding, we found rest, man. We're no longer walking through the valley of the shadow of death, confused and bugged out like the rest of these people are, because they have no wisdom, man. They have no understanding. They claim to have knowledge, but it's not knowledge of the Heavenly Father. And we know, the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge, man. Okay, so you need Sophia to remain stable, because as it tells you, Isaiah 33:6, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, all right, and strength of salvation. But 2/3, man, they don't have that. They don't have that rest, man, because they continuously deny Sophia, all right. Because as the Lord, He pleads unto you, hey, you bat the hand down, man. Okay, real quick, this is Proverbs 1:22. It says, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long will you continue to deny Sophia and live in a base system, man? All right, because everything in this world is a base, man. All right, it's base knowledge. All right, it's a base way of living, man. How long will you continue to stay simple, man? All right, as you can see, man, the Lord is doing his marvelous works in the earth, and yet you still got people oblivious to what's going on, man. All right, I made this statement 2 weeks ago at camp, but the Lord is showing you all these signs, and the main sign that He's showing you that let us know that, hey, we almost out of here, is He's revealing, the chariots. All right, so as you have Esau declassify all his information with everything that's going on in 2020, all the plagues, all the pestilence, all the documents showing you how Esau is about to come down on you. 2020 has been so heavy to where people have it's like 2020 has been so heavy that the government has declassified UFOs and told you UFOs are real, and nobody cares, man. That's showing you that how Sophia is not dwelling with the world, man. All right, the world does not know true wisdom, because that's a major sign that we're almost home, man. All right, because the Lord is showing us our escape plan, man. All right, we look up in the heavens. We don't fret. We don't fear, because we know that those are our brothers up there that's about to take us home. Lord willing, we be of that number, man. All right, but it says, "How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge?" Because you dumb niggas hate knowledge, man. All right, we come out and tell you that, hey, you're kings and princesses, man. All right, that you are the sons and daughters of the living power. That this whole world was made for you, and you reject that knowledge, man. All right, you are truly content with being a homeborn slave, stuck in your Stockholm syndrome, man. You hate knowledge, man. But it says, "Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you." And He's doing that by having His men, starting with our apostles and elders on down, go out on the highways and byways, and we teach you this word, man. We put these videos up on YouTube, and we prophesy, man. We give you the latest updates on everything that's going on in the world, and yet you still got our people that want to remain willfully ignorant, man. But that's going to be to your own detriment, man. Because like I said, you hate wisdom. You hate the so-called burden that Sophia brings onto you, because you don't like being out of your comfort zone. But the Lord is going to make you very, very uncomfortable in these upcoming times of Jacob's trouble, man. And there's nothing that you can do to shake out of that unless you have the wisdom to get you through it, man. Like I said, once again, Isaiah 33:6, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation. All right. It says, jump into, this is Sirach 4:11. It says, "Wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her." Okay. It says, "He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy." Right? Because, hey, this wisdom, it set us free from the bondage of this world, man. How about Shemel Shah? He took the chains off of our minds, when we were given this wisdom, man. As John 8:32 tells you, that the truth shall set you free, man. All right. And so we know that Yahweh Shemel Shah's wisdom is unto life, man. All right, tell you that in Deuteronomy, that if you follow Yahweh Shemel Shah, law, statutes, commandments, that you will have a long, prosperous life, you and your children. But if you don't hearken to the words of Yahweh Shemel Shah, that you love death, man. All right, that's why you have Deuteronomy 28 saying what it says, man. 1 through 14 is the blessing that if you hearken to the law, statutes, commandments, and then 15 through 68 is all the curses that our people suffer from continual disobedience. So them that love wisdom, they love life, man, and that's what we seek after. And we saw her early, and we're being filled with joy because even when we're brought low, even though that we're catching hell, we rejoice because we know that this is proof that the Lord is dealing with us, and this is further proof that we're almost out of here, man. All right. It says, "He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and whosoever she entereth, the Lord will bless." And we are all walking examples of the Lord continually blessing us for inheriting this wisdom, man. All right, because we're closer and closer to receiving that glory once Yahweh Shah cracks them clouds and he receives his glory first, man. All right, because once he gets his glory, then we'll get ours because we're joint heirs to Yahweh Shah, man. So whatever he gets, he's gonna allow us to get too. Lord willing, we be those men. All right. It says, "They shall serve her." They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, which is when we go out here and give this word to the elect, and to them that love her, do the Lord loveth. All right, because it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon 7 that the Lord loveth none that don't have wisdom. Roughly paraphrasing. "Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely." Right, because you need the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shema Shah to be a righteous and successful king, man. Because as you see throughout all these different captivities, throughout Israel's continual rise and fall, that all those that did not have wisdom, they fell. All right, because the Lord was not dealing with them, man. All right, it says, "Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession." And that's why I said, quoting that in Deuteronomy again, man, that those that seek Yahweh Shem Shah, man, you will live a long, prosperous life, and your generation will continue on, man. Like I said, roughly paraphrasing. All right, it says, "For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws." Right. So when you get this knowledge, you understanding, Sophia's gonna take you through things, man. And hey, we all can give you personal testimonies of how we've been brought low, but then through the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shah, he built us back up. And when we got built up, we were stronger than we was before we went through that trial, man. And that's the continual process that the Lord, he does unto us to pretty much build us up, man. To get us to be what we're created to be, which is, like I said, a nation of kings and priests and judges, man. All right. So you need to go through these things to learn. And like I said, when we take these so-called L's, like the brother out in L.A., Michael Allah, man, beautifully said, man. Hey, we don't look at them as L's, man. All right, we look at them as lessons. And if you don't learn from your L's, man, all right, you're not. It is an L, man. Okay, because everything that you go through is a lesson to make you stronger, man. All right, to keep you closer to Yahweh Shem Shah, to allow your faith to show you that Yahweh Shem Shah is dealing with you, man. All right. It says, "Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets." All right. So that's when you going through those trials, man. All right. Your main thing to get you through it is to go into the scriptures, man. And the Spirit will lead you to the things that you need to hear, man. All right. Whether you find the scriptures, on your own when you're doing your daily studies, or you'll get on YouTube and you'll see a video a brother did, or the elders or apostles did, relating to your situation, and that brings comfort into you, man. And that shows you what you need to do to grow from that situation, man. All right. That's her showing you her secrets, man. Okay, showing you how to be better coming out of that situation, man. All right, increasing your faith. All right, getting you closer to Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right, but if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. Right. So if you continue to let that sin weigh you down, you let this trial pretty much break you. You're not applying Sophia like you're supposed to, man. All right, she'll allow you those demons to overtake you and destroy you, man. All right, that's going back to the parable of the sower, man. All right, it says, I'll jump back to that real quick. I'm gonna read through it real fast. So I don't have it right up. It says Matthew 13:28. Hear ye the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and casteth away that which is sown in his heart. This is he which receiveth the seed by the wayside, but he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receive it. All right, because the point I wanted to make is that the ones that go wrong and forsake, and wisdom forsakes him, and she gives him over to his ruin. Those are the men that heard the seed, and the seed was sown on stony ground and within thorns, man. Because it got choked. The word got choked out of them, man. It wasn't meant for them to get it. Because ultimately, that test that the Lord put you through was your judgment to be condemned, man. All right, but the man of the Lord, man, we continuously let our faith, get us through those trials. And like I said, Yahweh Shem Shah rewards us by giving us more faith, by giving us more confidence, and thereby giving us more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. But like I said, 2/3, man, they can't get it because it's not meant for them to get it. All right. This word was made to be a stumbling block into 2/3 so they can be destroyed, man. All right, and that's just what it is, man. There's nothing that you can do about it. It's either you're called. It's like either you're chosen or you're not, man. And we pray that we are chosen. That's why we continuously give our due diligence to make our call on the election sure, man. Because we want to be saved, man. We want to do everything that we need to do to please Yahweh Shem Shah. So when he brings that sword out, that we're not on that receiving end of that judgment, man. So with that, I pray this was edified. Until next time, I'm gonna close this out by saying, Call Halayim like Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, by Shem Makakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, the great millstone, that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.